Hello, and welcome to the Of Men For Men podcast. I am your host, James Rodney Lee Max. All right, well, it's been a little while, been about a week or so, and come on in, and kick back, relax, grab yourself a cool drink. We got a little something to talk about. You know, I often wonder what everything I'm seeing and everything that's in the news, I'm talking about relationships, is it even worth it? Is it even really worth it these days? Now, I don't know. I don't really keep up with celebrity news. But this has been pretty prominent. Dr. Dre, famous rapper. And I don't know, has he been in movies or whatnot? But he sold his Beats thing for, hundreds of millions of dollars or $1 billion, something like that. I mean, apparently he's a billionaire. And his wife of, 19 years, I think, 20 years. She's divorcing him. And of course, she's gonna take probably half of his physical property. I mean, I don't know how many homes or cars or whatnot. I don't know his assets. But I did see where he was court ordered to pay $300,000 a month in alimony. Now, I don't think he has to pay any child support because both of them are grown. One of them's in their early 20s and the other one's, I think, 19. So they're grown-ups. But I'm like, seriously? $300K a month. Really? Do the math. 3.6 million a year. She's making more in a month than most people make in a year. That's ridiculous. I don't care how long you've been married or how many kids you got. It wasn't like she was broke when she met him. He had a little bit of money. He didn't have the money he's got now, but he had some money. And from what I gather, she was a prominent attorney. She was worth, a few million herself. And I say a few, maybe in the tens, $10, $20 million. She had, quite a chunk of change set back for herself already that she had acquired, all this stuff you can easily find. You can easily look this stuff up. Like I said, I might not, be dead on the nose with all the numbers, but that 300K I am. God almighty. No wonder he had like some kind of brain aneurysm earlier this year and was in the hospital, going through all this crap. Of course, she drug him through the court, and they had a prenup, but that's probably only as good as the lawyer that made it up and the judge that interprets it and reads it and whether it's any good. She claimed that he later on tore it up, but that doesn't invalidate it. It's a prenup is filed in court. It's a legal binding document. Even if he's got that means she gets a copy of it. Even if he's got a copy of it and he tears it up, that don't mean dick. It don't mean nothing. And she's also claiming that he had a gun to her head at least one point in the marriage. You know, that's the stuff that happens when you're in divorce court. Stuff can be just arbitrarily just be made up out of nowhere. And there doesn't have to be any cooperation with it. Because once it's out in open court, you know, that it's out there. You know, they don't have to prove anything. You know, they just have to say it. You know, just to make him look bad. And that's what's wrong. But irregardless, $300K a month. Good God. I don't care how good it wasn't that good. That's what I'm saying. Is it worth it? Is it even worth it these days? Oh God. These modern day females. I mean, look at it on TV, look at all the talk shows and all your social media sites and all that. I mean, they think they just deserve, they got something coming just because they're female. You know what? Regardless of whether they good looking or not, and the better they look, they think they got even more coming. You know what I'm saying? They think they even got more coming if they look good. You know, they deserve better. You know, the better looking they are, the more they got coming. They ain't got nothing coming. You know, just because you walking around with a vagina, that don't mean nothing. Nothing. You know, it's not even worth it today. I mean, you know, you're bringing, you know, now I'm not saying it's in every case, but majority of the time you're the one bringing in the majority of the money, if not all the money. Bringing in the physical security, the financial security, you know. Supposed to be the emotional security. Making her feel good. And that's what's crazy. You know, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Yeah, I know you guys have seen that online somewhere, some shape, somehow. That is BS. What if guys went around saying that? That wouldn't fly at all. You know? Oh, I'm allowed to act like a shit, but that's okay. You know? Because if you can't handle me then you don't deserve me at my best. BS. I call BS. Wrong answer. You know, you're the one who's supposed to mold yourself to them and their whims and their wants and desires, which are many and change often. And you're supposed to just go with the flow and be all right with that. You know, men, we are simple creatures. We you know, when you're young, you might not know everything, but you know, once you get to a certain age, you kind of figure out who you are and you know what you like and what you don't like. And that pretty much don't change. You know, once you get through your 20s and into your 30s, you're pretty set, you know, by the time you reach 30 something. You know, you've kind of, you know, went through it in your teens and in your 20s, and you kind of got it figured out a little bit, and you pretty much have decided who and what you are. You know, and as you get older, those ideas just get even more embedded. It's not like you're gonna reach 50 and have some midlife crisis and just toss everything you ever knew out the window and just change your whole life. I'm sure that's happened in some instances, but most people, they're like, that's not gonna happen. Men are fairly simple creatures. We have very simple desires, very simple needs, very simple wants. We're not flip-flopping all the time. Females are flip-flopping constantly. I see it all the time. Constantly flip-flopping. They're not consistent in anything. Maybe consistent in, giving you a hard time about who you are. You're the one supposed to change. I'm fat, but you're supposed to love me anyway. Well, how about if you get fat? You need to lose some weight. That's unhealthy. Well, how about you get your big block self up there on the treadmill and, run a few miles? But no, you're not supposed to shame. That's fat shaming. You're not supposed to shame them. I'm like, oh, really? But you want a 10. I can't have a 10, but you want a 10? You want your man to look a certain way, but he's not allowed, to want a female to look a certain way. He's being sexist if that's the case. That's the patriarchy. That's male chauvinism. And now they even doing it with the transgenders. If you don't want to date a transgender, then you're a transgender phobe, or, homophobe or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what you call all of that. But I kind of like my chicks that, without dicks. I kind of like that. I kind of like them without surgery. I kind of like them with a birth certificate that says they were born a female. That's kind of what I go for. I don't want Robert. It's now Roberta. It's not really what I'm looking for. But you're supposed to accept all of that. Men are supposed to accept all of that. We're supposed to bend to the wind. We're supposed to bend the knee and be compliant. But they can just do whatever shit they want, and that's fine. There's the double standard. That's why I said, is it even worth it? Are there a few good women out there? Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's that's like hitting the lottery. That's gambling. And that's gambling with your life and your resources and your assets. I know. I know what I'm talking about here. I don't think you want to do it, gentlemen. I don't think you want to do it. The smart money is, just to date casually, have some fun, and move along. Don't get any serious long-term relationships because the odds are it's not going to pan out. It's not going to work out. I mean, those are just numbers. Like I said, 80% of all divorces are filed for by women. Not by the men. By women. So that's what you're looking at. Lose half your crap. Hopefully you ain't got no kids, but if you do, you're going to be paying some child support. Could be paying some alimony. And then if you own a business, you could be splitting that up too. If you were married, you built that business up. She'll claim she's entitled to half of that too. Oh, I helped him build that. Even though she may have been sitting at home doing, taking care of the kids. Well, I helped him do that. I licked the envelopes and the stamps and sent letters out. He'll come up with something. And again, it don't even have to be factual, Play the smart money. I'm not saying, a lot of people say, well, you just go your own way. I'm not saying be celibate or, be a dick or talk bad about females all the time. I love females. I enjoy their company, but I don't want to live with one, and I don't want to marry one. I've already been married, and it cost me tremendously. It cost me more than it was worth. That's for damn sure. It wasn't worth all the financial burden that it was, and all the stress that it put on me, and it set me back so much. It wasn't worth it. Not to me. It wasn't worth it. That's what I'm asking you. Is it even worth it? Do you want to look forward to that? That potentially any given day she can make up her mind that it's over. And when she says it's over, it's over. It's over. Because she done prepared herself. When she says it out loud, it happened a long time ago. She just hadn't said it out loud yet. So when that day comes and she tells you that it's a done deal, ain't no need begging and borrowing and stealing. Oh, please, honey, we'll work this out. We'll go to counseling and all that. Even if she agrees, she ain't gonna be into it. She's already made up her mind because she done said it out loud. She's already thought about it. She's already went through the process. It's too late. You ain't gonna be able to fix it. She's already determined, she wants to get shed of you and move on to the next bigger and better deal. Whatever that may be, even if it's not a bigger and better deal. Somebody other than you. Because they don't always move up. And I know that too. You think, oh, well, she left me for this rich guy. He's better looking, got more money, bigger house, bigger car, big time job, has more prominent standing in the community. Okay, all right. If that were to happen, you're like, okay, I can see, it all still hurt, obviously. But you could understand it. You're like, okay, I see why she did it, okay. But that doesn't necessarily happen every time. Sometimes you're like, what are you doing with this guy? He's a bum. He's scum, or he's a criminal, What are you doing with this person? And that, then you're like, God damn. What the hell did I do that was so bad that you're drawn to that over there, over me? So then you got to think about that crap. It is not an easy row to hoe, as they say. That's why I say you really need to think about this, gentlemen. I'm not pushing any agendas. I'm not giving you any answers. I'm bringing up knowledge and experience, and you make your own decisions. That's what I want you to do. I want you to do what's best for you. I'm not getting anything out of it. You notice there, other than these promo things that are on there. There's no commercials here selling you anything. I'm not selling you any quick fixes or any 30-day courses, or if you just buy my book. I'm not doing any of that. That's not how I operate. That'd be nice if I could, but that's just not me. I like what I'm doing right here, just putting it out there into the interwebs, into the interzones, into the ether, as they say, and let you guys absorb it and come up to your own conclusion. You know what's best for you. I don't. But if I can help you make a better decision for yourself, then, I've accomplished, what I'd like to do, if I helped you make a better decision. Or you said, hey, that guy's full of crap. I'm going to do this over here. Okay. Then all I did was provide a dissenting opinion, and you listened to it and you rejected it because you know better for you, right? All right, gentlemen, I'm going to close, and I want you to visit the social media sites. There's several of them, and I do that for a reason, because of all the censorship that we have now. The current administration has come out and said the quiet things in open that yes, they are engaging in censorship with Facebook and Twitter and other social media sites, and flagging misinformation, and you know what that means, anything that they don't agree with. So check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Gab, and Locals. You can reach me at ofmen4men@gmail.com. All right, my friends, I have been James Rodney Lemax, and you have been great.